Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Acc Thursday, 8th of July 2021. We're looking front the papers. First up, New York Times, there's Eric Adams looking pretty happy. He's going to be the next mayor of New York. Over on the right, the Haitian president was killed in the nighttime in his bed. Totally normal thing to happen. He was backed by America, so let's see what happens. There's been 32 coups in Haiti since they gained independence. Underneath that, something about COVID in prisons. Rare heat seen as proof Earth is warming up. Gates Foundation avoids a custody fight. So in 2 years, if Melinda and Bill can't work together, Melinda's going to have to walk out the door or something. New York Times International Edition story in the middle of it, all these videos coming out from the Uyghurs in China, where they all say very similar things like we are very free. So they're alleging that this is a coordinated propaganda campaign by the Chinese. Over on the left, something about Biden. Over on the right, something about the Taliban. USA Today story in the middle about massage schools being a pipeline to the sex trade and ran by human traffickers. Over on the left, Hurricane Elsa going to make land in Florida. Bottom right, Florida condo collapse. Wall Street Journal. There she is, the finest meme of 2021. She sails again. Godspeed Evergreen. Over on the right, Google being sued for the monopoly on downloads. Air carriers race to keep up as travel sharply rebounds. Okay, bad news for the climate. Story down the bottom about the Haitian president being assassinated. Montreal Gazette, full page ad for golf. Toronto Sun, same ad for golf. Global Times from China. China marks war against aggression. Tokyo silent. So this is marking what we call in the West the Second Sino-Japanese War, so where they fought during World War II. The Chinese actually call it the all-out war of resistance against Japanese aggression, which I think is a much better name. Down here, world scientists rebuke politically motivated COVID-19 lab leak theory. Some letter was sent to the Lancet, but one of the signatories is Peter Daszak, who just appears everywhere with this story. He was the middleman for money going from America to the Wuhan lab. He was also on the WHO team that investigated the thing, and they didn't really investigate it. And from the very start, he came out and said, no way, this could not have leaked from a lab. And then he was later appointed to the team to investigate the lab leak theory. So, yeah. Japan Times, Tokyo Game spectator issue gets political. Yeah, they really don't want to have spectators at the games. They're going out against it because COVID. Because beside it, look, Osaka calls for extension of COVID-19 measures. Having the Olympics now is bananas. Delta variant story down the bottom about a man who wants to get compensation from the US. There was a strike in Mosul, which killed 100 civilians and maimed a whole load of other people, and they haven't got the money yet, even though they were promised it. Tehran Times, US and the E3 cry foul on the JCPOA after killing it. So the JCPOA is the Iran nuclear deal. Iranians are not happy. They said they're going to go and enrich uranium anyway because the US won't drop the sanctions, things like this. There's a picture there. Iran hosts intra-Afghan talks, says Afghans must make tough decisions. So in Iran, they've brought together the Taliban on the right-hand side and the Afghan government on the left. So trying to work it out there. Good for them. Underneath that, Afghanistan did not turn out the way most security professionals envisioned. Yes. US on the losing side in Afghanistan. Yes. The Australian, something about lockdown ending, something about family law. Yeah, not much there. The Star from South Africa, Zuma's Night of Long Knives. That's pretty charged language, but he's gone to jail now anyway. He handed himself in. Story down the bottom left about an apartheid era police chief being up for murder. Over on the right, story about cops dragging an isolating couple to the police station to verify the ownership of their car. Irish Examiner story here about a young lad who died. He was only 14. He was driving the car. The guards tried to pull him in and he crashed into a tree. Rest in peace. Something over on the right about drugs. Down here, property story, human interest story. Irish Times, same story about the car crash, something about COVID, jabs, property, Irish independence, inflation coming down the line. Okay, COVID story over on the right, picture of a woman there underwater heading for the Olympics, best of luck. Irish Sun, football, something about Val Kilmer has cancer, sorry to hear that. Same story about the car crash. Irish Daily Mail, Me Too story, football story, same story about the lad that died. Love Island makes me yearn for the youth I never had. Did anyone's youth look like this? If your youth looked like this, you were probably abused. Financial Times, same story about the Haitian president being killed. Story about Wise, which is a financial technical company. Valued close to £9 billion. Congratulations, I guess. Story about the Gates Foundation. Story down here, coffee prices boil over on back of supply constraints. Yeah, there's been a big drought in Brazil, I think. So stock up on your coffee beans now before that hits. The Guardian, football, of course. England won yesterday. End of lockdown. Times, England make history. Football, independent football. Euro 2020, that's the Torygraph, football. Daily Express, finally, okay, football. Daily Mirror, football. Ad for fucking Iceland or some shit. Daily Mail, can you believe it? Football. iMagazine, fairy tale, football. Metro, football. Daily Star, football. There's all the fucking fans sharing a good time and sharing pints and presumably sharing respiratory droplets and COVID. Nothing like an L super spreader event to get the summer going. Thankfully, that's it for the day. If you want to stay off corporate or state media, just click the link in the description. And if you like what I do, all likes, subscribes, comments, complaints are greatly accepted. Alright, thanks, take it easy, good luck.